Hello everyone and welcome back to STEM Sprouts. Today we're going to be talking about snakes. So snakes are an animal that are usually very misunderstood. A lot of people are afraid of snakes. I am one of them, but I am learning to push that fear aside because snakes actually help our environment a lot. So they tell us if our environment is good or bad in some ways. They also help keep populations like rodents down, so lots of field mice are eaten by snakes. They are also reptiles, like maybe some of your other favorite animals, like lizards. Those are also reptiles as well. So today we're going to be making our own chain snake. So a few of the grown-ups have probably done this before. We are going to make strips of paper, we're going to turn them into circles, glue them together, and they are going to link and make a long snake. So for this activity you will need some glue. I'm using a glue stick. I have tape just in case. We're going to need scissors, markers. You can use any color. I'm going to use black for the eyes for my snake. And then you're going to need construction paper. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to take our construction paper and we're going to cut long strips of it. Usually this is called, like, if you would fold it in half like that, it would be called a hot dog fold. So you would fold it in half like this. You can do this if you want to make some guidelines for your strips. You can do it 1 or 2 times. So I'm going to fold mine twice. And these will give me some guidelines on where to cut. So I'm going to unfold mine all the way. So now mine has 3 different lines here. And then it makes 4 different pieces for our snake. So you can cut out as many as you want because this will give your snake some length. So I have 4 pieces here, and I think my snake is also going to be yellow. I'm going to do red and yellow. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to fold this the long way, the hot dog way, and I'm going to fold it again. And then we're going to unfold, and we're going to cut on those lines again. Okay, so for this chain, I have 8 different pieces of paper, and I'm going to set aside a yellow piece, and I'm going to make that the head of my snake. So for my head, I'm going to just fold it down, and then when we start the chain, we're going to put our first chain inside of its mouth, and then we're going to glue this down halfway. So I think my first color is going to be red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one end and I'm going to meet it and overlap the other so it becomes a big circle. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to put a little bit of glue right at the top of the strip here. And then we're going to have one end meet the other one. And you want to press down hard. So you're going to make a loop. And then for our head, I'm actually going to slide this loop through here. And I'm going to glue between the ring and the paper on both sides. This will keep the ring in place. Then when we add more rings, it won't fall apart. Okay, so we have 1 ring for our snake, and this will be the head of our snake. So I am going to actually put my eyes on my snake right away. Well, most snakes that I know of don't have a square head, so I'm going to round mine off just a little bit. So I'm going to take my scissors and then make it a little more round. Because most snakes don't have a very pointy head. And then he'll still be able to open his mouth a little bit here too. So I'm going to put some eyes on my snake. And then when I open his mouth, I'm going to put a tiny little tongue in there. Because snakes use their tongue to smell things. So it's very, very important that he has a little tongue on the inside. There's his tongue, here are his eyes, and now I'm going to add some more loops. So I'm going to take another one, I'm going to take a yellow this time. I'm going to alternate between the red and yellow, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue back on the top of this one. And this time I'm going to slide it through first, and then I'm going to attach it this way. We're going to press hard again, and this will start to make a chain. One of those and one of these. So now I need a red one again. And we're going to continue this until our snake is finished. Red, and then yellow. And I'm going to do a red one again. Stick them together. And these are going to be kind of like the scales on a snake. So snakes are, oops, I gotta put this through before I stick it together. Snakes are reptiles. Reptiles, people think are very slimy, but they're not actually slimy, they're actually very dry. The scales on a snake are actually very bumpy. There are some snakes that have smoother scales, but a lot of snakes have really bumpy scales. Okay, and I have one more to go. And then our snake will be complete. So here is my finished snake. So he has two eyes, he has a tongue so he can taste and kind of figure out where things are. And then he has a long, thin body with his multicolored scales. But I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. If you do it at home, please post a picture or a video down below so we can see what you guys are up to. Otherwise, thank you for joining me for STEM Sprout, and we'll see you again soon.